About 30, 35 years ago, I saw a knot on my grandfather's cane, and I was intrigued with it. Both me and my cousin were. And I found out later on in years that when my dad and his brothers would get out of school in the summer, growing up in Gardner, Colorado, my grandfather, on the first day of summer break, would pack up the whole family and go up into the hills to this rancher, and he would work the ranch for the whole summer. Well, my dad's family couldn't afford cowboy tack, bridles, bits, and all that, so he would make his own. And well, back to the cane, I was fascinated with it, and through the years I would see the knots on and off. And eventually I got a knack to be able to figure them out, starting with the smaller ones, and they eventually grew into the bigger ones. When we would go fishing, I had such a knack with the knots. When the fishing lines would get tangled up, my dad would just send my sisters over to me to untangle the fishing line, and I'd have the line untangled so quick that I'd be able to do my fishing, and we would save money on fishing line. And my sisters really could tangle up a fishing line. After high school, I started working cattle feedlots, and there was an old cowboy there, and I saw him playing around with a piece of leather. And I asked him to show me this knot he was making. And he said, sure, and I'm only going to show you once. So he did it real fast, and he tossed it to me. Naturally, I couldn't do it the first time, so I asked him if I could take it home, and he said, yeah. So I took it home, and I stared at it. It took about 3 days, and I figured it out. And I took it back to him, tied,
And then on this side,
and he told me to take it apart.
Whatever.
So I took it apart and told him to put it back together, and I did. So he showed me another one, and then another one. And
Oh, true.
after that, it just flew from there. I mean, granted, it takes a lot of patience to make anything, but I get a relief when I make a knot. As you can see from the video, I didn't even know it took an hour to do that. When I make a knot, nothing else around me exists. Unless I'm playing my favorite music, nothing exists. No TV, nobody, nothing. Just whatever comes to my head, I make. And I never really thought any of it would take hold of anything, so whatever I usually make, if I can't use it for work with, I usually throw it away, or my wife will try and sell it if she catches it out of the trash first.
At least move these two.
The book I'm making, I hope it helps other people, at least some way or another.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What is your favorite music?
Classic country. Something from the 50s, 60s, 70s, early 80s. Of course, a little ZZ Top or Rolling Stones doesn't hurt either.